The Etheric Double. Today we are to be the subject of our study and how to connect to our etheric double, our astral, our energy body.
What did you just do to me?
I pushed your astral form out of your physical form.
This etheric double is the exact double or counterpart of the dense physical body to which it belongs. In normal, healthy human beings, the etheric double slips out without any great effort, and when separated from the dense body, it is visible to the clairvoyant as an exact replica, united to it by slender thread.
What am I seeing?
My astral body.
And so close is the physical union between the two that an injury inflicted on the etheric double appears as a lesion on the physical body, a fact known under the name of repercussion. And the mind of man functions on three planes, which are called the physical, the astral or etheric, and the mental. We begin our experiences by developing self-consciousness on the physical plane, or waking consciousness, the consciousness with which we are all familiar, which works through the brain and nervous system, by which reason and logical processes function, along with memory, as we remember past events of the current incarnation and exercise judgment in the affairs of life. An undeveloped man or woman will find their self-conscious mental activity to be poor in quality and limited in quantity. Action is continually going on so far as the whole nervous system is concerned, visible and invisible, but the action is of a very clumsy kind. There is some mental activity, but it is of a very infantile or childish kind. It is occupied with very small things. It is amused by very trivial occurrences. The things that attract its attention are things of a petty character. It is interested in passing objects. It likes to sit at a window and look out at a busy street, watching people and vehicles go by, making remarks on them, overwhelmed with amusement if a well-dressed person falls or has an accident. It does not have much in itself to occupy its attention, and is always rushing outwards in order to feel that it is alive. One of the chief characteristics of this low stage of mental evolution is that the man or woman is always seeking violent sensations in order to feel alive.
I just don't want to feel so bad anymore.
You don't listen, do you? All I have are negative thoughts.
And the lowest types of this stage may be gathered at street corners, lounging idly against a wall and indulging occasionally in a few disposable remarks and in cackling outbursts of empty laughter.
I forgot to punch out.
Hear me call, hear my name, carnival.
Perception. When perception begins, the consciousness is using the physical and etheric brains as a vehicle for itself, by which it gathers knowledge of the external world. The brain merely receives vibrations. The consciousness working in the astral body changes the vibrations into sensations, and in the mental body changes the sensations into perceptions, and carries on all the processes which transforms the chaos into cosmos. When the mind body is in activity, its action shows itself as electrical discharges, and magnetic currents play between molecules and groups of molecules, causing intricate interrelations. And these leave what we may call a nervous track, a track along which another current will run more easily than it can run. And if a group of molecules that were concerned in a vibration should be made again active by the consciousness repeating the idea that was impressed upon them, the disturbance there set up readily runs along the track formed between it and another group by previous linking, and call that other group into activity, and it sends up to the mind a vibration, which after the regular transformations presents itself as an associated idea. And strong-willed and weak-willed persons are distinguished by their difference in this respect. The weak man is moved from outside by outer attractions and repulsions, while the strong man is moved from inside and continually masters circumstances by bringing to bear upon them appropriate forces, guided by his store of accumulated experiences. As the brain becomes more impressive and improves its material and brings it more into control, then you'll be able to use it for better expression of yourself. The man initiates, the brain only imitates, and unconnected, careless thinking sets up the habit in the brain of forming unconnected vibratory groups. Mental training. And this kind of mental training has 2 stages. Stage 1. You have to determine to think progressively. Train the mental body to link thought to thought and not to descend anywhere in a casual way. And then by thinking trains the brain which vibrates in answer to your thoughts. In this way, the physical organisms, the nervous and etheric systems get into the habit of working in a systematic way. And when the owner wants them, they respond promptly and in an orderly fashion. When required by them, they are ready at your will. Between such a trained vehicle consciousness and one that is untrained, there is the kind of difference that there is between the tools of a careless worker.
The enemy is here.
We have to be ready. You, me, the others.
They said the Age of Heroes would never come again.
Oh, well, it has to.
The others. Where are they?
Who leaves them dirty and blunt, unfit for use, and those of the initiated, who makes his tools ready, sharpens them, and cleans them, so that when they are wanted, they are ready to use at once for the work demanding their attention. And the physical vehicle should always be ready to answer to the call of the mind.
Relax, Alfred. I'll take it from here.
When you have learned to dominate the brain, learned concentration, and are able to think as you like and dislike, a corresponding development takes place. Your dreams will become vivid, well-sustained, rational, and even instructive. You begin to function in the second vehicles of consciousness, the astral body, and is entering the second great region or plane of consciousness, and is acting there in an astral vehicle apart from the physical. The mental plane. In the next stage of evolution, you begin to work consciously on the third or mental plane. And this plane is where active thoughts in the astral world and find expression in the physical world through the brain. As you become conscious in the mind body, the mental vehicle, you'll find that when you are thinking, you are creating forms. You become conscious of the creative act, though you have been exercising the power unconsciously. And a thought form is an artificial elemental. And as the mind body develops and you live and work in it consciously, you'll begin to know all the wider and greater life you live on the mental plane, and reality will begin to change. While you remain in the physical body and are conscious through physical surroundings, and yet wide awake and active in the higher world, and that you do not need to put the physical body to sleep in order to enjoy the use of the higher faculties. This is called dynamic meditation. This habitually, and employing the mental senses, you'll begin to receive by impressions of every kind from the mental plane, so that all the mental workings of others are sensed by you as you sense their bodily movements. In this preparatory stage for the direct action that liberates Kundalini is the training and purifying of the vehicles. For if this be not thoroughly accomplished, the fire is a destructive instead of a vivid yin energy. That is why I have laid so much stress on purification and urge it as a necessary preliminary for all true initiates. When you have rendered yourself fit to safely receive assistance in the vilifying of these links, such assistance comes to you as a matter of course from those who are ever seeking opportunities to aid the earnest and the unselfish aspirant. Then one day you will find yourself slipping out of the physical body while wide awake, and without any break in consciousness, you will then discover yourself to be free.
It's easy. It's only wind and air. And how to ride it. How to catch it.
The more the physical brain is trained to answer to the vibrations from the mind body, the more is the bridging of the gulf between day and night, land and sea facilitated. That is the ultimate triumph of man and woman.
Look, I learned from a young age not to show weakness. Okay? Solve my problems with my anger and my fist. I'm a blunt instrument and I'm damn good at it. But I've done nothing. I'm no leader. I'm not a king. I do not work or play well with others. And I can't let you die trying to turn me into something that I'm not.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy. You are the bridge between land and sea. I can see that now. The only question is, can you?